to you, Greg.
Thank you, Mila. And for our guests, Mila, who just gave Tom's objectives, is calling in all the way from Vienna, Austria. And so we're an international club, to large to some degree. Tom, the king, has been gifted to have many influential people in his life that have helped him become the man he is today. He is joining us and excited to share stories about how the men around him have helped him strive for excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Tom Offen with his speech, "A Protege is Built with Clay."
Thank you for that jovial introduction, Greg. In my recent Pathways assignment, I was called to reflect upon many different mentors that I've had in the past and how it has been being a protege to these individual mentors. And in doing so, I found one distinct quality that all of them have that makes an effective mentor. I'm going to share with you a little bit about each and my relationship with each one of them. The first is my best friend, my best man, Kevin. Now, Kevin and I met about 10 years back at a baseball game. He was pitching, I was batting, and he nailed me in the left tricep as hard as he could. Of course, he was in the opposing pitcher, but I took the free base anyway. Little would I know what future that friendship would have turned into. We went to high school together. We maintained a decent relationship all throughout high school. And when college came along, everything had kind of died down. Now, a few months into my sophomore year at college, I was just in the library, sitting there doing some of my work, and Kevin walks by, makes a comment my way, and just walks away. I don't even remember what that comment was, but I tilted my head, said hello, and then a few minutes later, I went to a class and found him sitting right next to me in that class. That sparked a friendship for what will be the rest of our lives. Kevin then invited me to church that weekend. And I had never been invited to church by another man. It was usually my mother taking me along. And by Kevin inviting me to church, it showed me to not be afraid of my spirituality and faith. Now, since then, Kevin and I have maintained a tight bond. We have learned to grow in friendship. And I recently invited him to be the best man at my wedding. And as an exchange for the great friendship he's given to me, I sat him next to a woman at the wedding who he's about to ask to marry him next week, which is a very awesome story. I know Kevin and I respect him deeply. And what makes me a protege to him and what he has taught me is the fact that he knows who he is, which is a key role of a mentor. Now moving on to my next mentor, Monsignor Ricardo. Now, Monsignor Ricardo is a Catholic priest of the Diocese of Colorado Springs. He deals in the canon law structure and mostly annulments or any sort of liturgical issues that the church may be having. Over the past few years, I have taken 2 trips with him and a group to several different countries. The first to Peru and the second to Poland. Now, during these trips, I've gotten to view who Monsignor Ricardo is and learn from him and take what he says and put that into my life. Now, he is a really awesome man, a manly man, very masculine. He is unshaken by the emotions in the world around him. He knows what his mission is. He knows what he is doing. And through countless of conversations over the years, he has taught me how to know who I am by him knowing who he is. As you can see, this is a common theme. The third mentor is someone that you all know, fellow Toastmasters. It is Craig Hafer. Craig and I have been meeting monthly for the past year and a half or so, and he has been giving me a wide range of advice, a wide range of life tips, and he's given me a calm, unshaken demeanor to any problems I am facing. Now, one thing that is awesome about Craig and Hay is that they're incredibly high achieving individuals. And without sounding cheesy, they could both write one of the greatest self-help books on the face of the earth. And I have learned how to be happy from Craig through a pursuit of excellence and through a pursuit of improvement. And one thing about Craig that he has in common with both Monsignor Ricardo and Kevin is that he knows who he is. At the end of the day, fellow Toastmasters, this is the common theme that I'm seeing about what being a mentor is about. You simply cannot give from what you don't have. And how is someone supposed to help someone else know who they are and who they are called to be without knowing first who they are? People that are very in touch with who they are make excellent mentors. And I see that as an important tool to have when becoming a mentor. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters.